Alrighty, hello internet, wolfmandoom gaming here. Welcome back to Project Zomboid. So we started playing this the other day. We are now in West Point, I believe. This is a house that me and my brother have stayed in the past. I like this area because there's a lot to it. It's a fairly safe area. Um, I keep saying um, we played here before and we keep dying for some reason. I don't know why. So I wanted to, yeah, give it my own try. That's right. There was freaking zombies in here. All right, I am apparently hungry. Yeah, we're gonna live here. That's right. So let's went to that little fishing shack. So we're gonna drop off. Yeah, that place up above. There's a little fishing shack. It's the last time I went to before we stopped playing last time. There's a lot of fishing stuff in there. I don't know if we explored the other two houses around here. I don't remember. I want to say yes, but I don't actually remember. Now I like to do that to know it's around me. Boop. Also need some food. Have nothing on me. Just some stuff in the fridge. Butter and soy sauce. I don't have a can opener, that's what it is. This area is good because it's kind of secluded. There's not a lot of zombies around here, and I bet you there will be a lot of zombies. But for right now, for a good while, it'll be pretty quiet. Okay, did get that's where I found the gun. That's right. That cursor out of the way. Yeah, I couldn't find a can opener. I think I searched all these houses and I couldn't find a darn thing. I'm pretty sure. This means I have to go into town and start searching houses around there. Yeah, maple syrup's apparently good for you. There's one more house up in the corner over here. Yeah, I went to they went to all these, and I went to the fishing house as a last-ditch effort. I still didn't find anything. Yeah, these are all opened. Yeah, no can opener. We'll have to go into town then. It's already getting kind of late. It's already about 1 p.m. and it doesn't get dark until it's raining out too. Yeah, we're gonna wait till tomorrow to go into town just because it's Kind of gross right now because it's raining out. I don't feel like getting sick from wandering out in the rain. I mean, I could take that soup that was over there and put that in the fridge for now until the power goes out, which probably be in the next few days, but some food's better than no food. It's uncooked, so it'll be worse. But yeah, we picked this place before, and we keep trying to go here because it's a good area. We do pretty good, and we keep making simple mistakes and dying repeatedly. So we both decided to pick somewhere else to live, so somewhere a little more, not easier, but just somewhere different, because we're pretty sure this place is cursed by now. Oh, lordy. Alright, so I'll put... That's all I have. I have more than that. Oh, how's the ammo? Okay. Thought I found a gun. Is there a medicine cabinet in here? Of course not. There, I see. Beta blockers. Mira. Painkillers. And scissors. Hub it up. Yeah. I want to try the ice pick as a weapon. I haven't actually used it before, so I'm definitely curious. I guess we'll go get a book to read and wait. Let's see. Trapping for beginners and fishing for beginners. Guess I'll do fishing. Doesn't really matter if you're sitting or not. I just like to do it for the aesthetic. Hold on real quick. I'm not going anywhere. Just need to do something real quick, and it's involving me not being near the microphone. Lighting a candle. Making fire. That's where my light's on too. It's one thing I noticed to like I had to the room dark for things to look right. And I have just this one halo light, but it looks good. I mean, with the black backdrop behind me, you know, everything looks pretty dang good. So the rain step. Yeah, the rain stepped. Okay. I guess we can try out. We're out real quick then. Town will be dangerous. We could end up dying, which is always very possible in the normal mode. Death is always around. But you can die from anything. You can die from, obviously, a zombie bite. You can die from, and it's ringing again. Um, starvation. I really want a can opener. That will definitely help. Like I said before, my brother got me into playing Project Zomboid. He bought it for me, and I started trying it before this version. I did not know what I was doing. I was running around like a maniac trying to figure things out, and I did not know what the heck I was doing. Um, Eventually, I played with him for a while and got the basic idea of the game and learned a lot. Excuse me, that monster. And then, once I felt comfortable with the game and felt like I could do my own thing, I started playing my own solo version. And from there, I learned a lot about the game, how it actually worked, and then the real like ins and outs of it. And by the time I came back to play with them, like I felt ready for basically anything. I realized how much there is to surviving. It's not just worrying about you being having food in you and water. It's you having food in you, water in you. Are you sick? Are you bit? Are you scratched? What condition are your clothes? What's the weather like? I mean, all these things affect you. And it's kind of crazy when you really think about like what happens to you and how much you go through and what can happen. It's raining way too hard. I should really go back home. I thought I could do this, but it's way too crappy out. Now I'm gonna get freaking sick before I even get to a house. So I'm gonna get sick that I'm already damp. We're gonna go back home. That's what I was doing before reading. I thought the rain stopped. I really thought it did, but summer rains, you can never predict them. Back to my house. I hop the fence. Am I that tired that I can or can't? Okay. I still is damp. I'm moist. I'm moist. Yeah, so I pretty much mentioned this before we played this, but being too long on the rain, obviously real life you get wet. The longer you stay wet, the worse it is for you. That's just real life. If you go out and you work in the rain all day and you don't dry off anytime soon, you're gonna get sick. Not like, right away, but it's just what happens. It's to do with like lowering your immune system. Yeah, sorry, excuse me. just you're in a condition where it's not healthy for you, I guess. So it's, you know, blah blah blah. Not sleeping tonight. Yeah, everything's going away except for I'm peckish. I do have syrup. Yeah. Not the best thing for me, but it is food. Actually, I should fill my water bottles up too. I don't know when the so before the water and power will eventually go out. So be prepared for that. The reason I took this house over because it's a nice house. It's has all the amenities to it, and not much going on. Not much to do right now. But yeah, eventually the water will go out and the power will go out. You won't even notice it. You'll just be doing your thing. All of a sudden, I've had it happen where I'll be in a house looting it. All of a sudden, just you're like, it's darker. It just happens. Same with the water. Water just goes out. That's why I chose to live here by the river. 'Cause I can get water from the river. Still have to boil it, but it's a cleaner, closer source of water. And obviously fishing and stuff too. So also in terms of washing myself off and washing my clothes, I don't have to worry about um, having water. Excuse me. Excuse me. But bandages, you can there's adhesive bandages like normal Band-Aid brand band-aids, but there's also cloth bandages you can get from like ripping clothes up or curtains or whatever you have on hand. And normal like ace bandages, like those kind of things. If you were to wrap those up in a wound and the wound's bleeding, the bandage will get dirty. Um, I don't know what happens if we leave it on for one too long. You'll probably get an infection and you'll want in real life because there's just too much goop. So you'll probably get infected and probably get sick. But if you take the bandage off, the bandage will be dirty. You can wash it under running water to clean it, but if you don't have running water, you have to clean it in purified water. You can't clean it in the dirty water. So I can't wash it in the stream or the pond. I have to have a source of water that I have cleaned, which makes sense. You're trying to sanitize this bandage. Should really speed time up here. Still raining. And it's raining too. Nice bottle of syrup. All better. Oh, it's crappy out. It's a legit storm. Well, I ain't doing nothing. Swinging is a little boring. Times like this where you have way too much downtime. It's over here. You'll have days like this. My brother said it before, that you'll have days where it's just so crappy out. You can't go out because it's just too dangerous because of the weather. And I can't dawdle too long because I need to go out and find a can opener. Also, another, I had the little cooking with the saucepan once I used that, so that's pretty good. But I don't know. Sit on ground. Now, reading the books, what that does is it, I think in real life, you would read a book to help you learn on a subject. So, how it works is you read a book and it helps you to learn. So, when you do, for my example, it's a book on carpentry. So, if I do anything that involves carpentry, I'm going to get more experience because I know what I'm doing. As you level up, you'll need to read other books. So, there's intermediate, master, and I think expert, I believe. And you don't have to read the books, but it'll take you so much longer to gain experience because, like, you don't really know what you're doing, so you're kind of learning as you go, which nothing wrong with that. You know, it's just take a long time. I'm bored. I'm hungry. I'm peckish, and I'm tired again. Boredom, we can go outside and kind of take things in. Is it done raining? Probably not. Nope, told you. Hopefully tomorrow will be done raining. So I really need to go out and find stuff. Oh, she have on her. Not much. And a box of nails. It's way too early to sleep. I know I'm groggy, but I'm gonna wait for a couple more hours to sleep. Yeah, I think I already have that, but I'll look at it again. This is for these little things on the side of the screen. They're called moodlets, and they change depending on like what you're doing. So, like real life, if you were to stand around and just kind of stare at a wall for half an hour, you'd be bored. That's just the way it is. For being groggy, doesn't really overall do too much. It affects your ratio to see around you. So being overly tired is actually a very bad thing. You can survive, but it makes it harder for you to see more of around you. So I need a can opener like really bad because I have nothing. And I'm carrying too much. Let's see. Not much going on in here. And it's still raining. What's that? That video game. I think I never found a can opener. Anything in the fridge I can eat? Cheese. Why is this so bad for a pork chop? And the boredom, I don't know what happens when you get too bored. I'm really not sure. I don't know if you get like suicidal or you just get depressed. I'm not really sure. I know it gets moving this bad. You need more stimuli to fix it. So I was grabbing those red books. The red books are good for boredom and unhappiness. Corn. Not a lot of food. Oh, did it finally stop raining? I doubt it. Jeez. This rain won't let up. It's all it's done. This current playthrough is just rain, 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 rain. One thing I want to see. I remember my last time over I was playing here. My brother, I was wandering around the lake, and I managed to find an ambulance down here. Now, I know it won't be here again. That's an obvious one, but I wondered if there want to be something else here. Remember, I saw a couple Zambonis. And I was like, oh, why are they over here? Yeah, I was like right around in here. Not moist. Don't want to run through the forest. That's how you get cuts. Yeah, running through the woods is how you can easily get injured as you brush against a tree branch and it cuts you, you know, and normally it's not that bad of an issue, but sometimes you can really injure yourself. So before you can trip, if you're wearing anything, you can drop your weapon, you can drop your hat. I don't know if you can drop your backpack. I'm assuming so. So, yeah, running around is not a good idea sometimes. I did a playthrough with my brother one time, and it was raining really bad. I was in the car, and then I was surrounded by zombies, and I got out, and I went to run. I went to do the sprint, but because it was raining, I slipped in the mud, and the zombies just jumped right on me. Oh, that sucked. But that's what happens. Gotta be careful. I am really tired, apparently. So hopefully tomorrow it's not crappy out and we can go out. I'm tired of looking at the rain. Did I rip these? No. I got some food and not much. I got a couple of fresh lemon, a fresh lime. And some cheese. I should put them away for now. While this is still operational. So I get a canister so back, and eventually this is all gonna shut down or be out of power. Do that on. No, I don't want that one on. It's too close to the windows. I don't want to have light sources near anything that might draw attention. Let's see. Battery. Ice pick. Leash. Light bulbs. Yeah, sure. There's on a shelf. Yeah, I'll use the pen. Sheet of paper, newspapers, magazine. Oh, it finally stopped raining. Well, I, went forever. Remember, do not drink from puddles or drink from standing water. That's just a given in real life, but also an obvious one in this game. Water, rainwater is not safe to drink. So, don't drink rainwater. Go to bed at like 9, I guess. Hopefully get up and go to town real quick and find a can opener. So, this moodlet exertion, when you're too exerted, you obviously after a while you cannot run anymore. To being tired, you have a little cone around you, like I was kind of black over here. So this is currently where I'm looking right here. I can't see behind me. Normally your cone of sight goes out pretty far. But when you're tired, it shrinks more and more. Because you're tired, and you can't see around you. You see that tree wiggle? I don't know why I did that for. It's a little weird. The zombies don't normally come out this far, but they can come out this far. So. You're never really safe anywhere. You're always vulnerable. You know, even when you're safe, you're vulnerable. So. Guess we'll go to sleep. Bye, somebody. Eh, 4 in the morning. Not too bad. So you can't hear the fridge running. And apparently there's a way to... Yeah, so... Up there, you see how it says water source, chrome sink, thirst, -0/0, and water limited. So currently the water is running. We still have power. I wonder if reading a book outside's better for you compared to reading it inside. So then you sit inside, you get bored, but I'm wondering if you were to sit outside and read, you don't get bored as much. Well, I won't leave a house until it's somewhat more light. So I'm reading a book right now. So wait until I can actually see where I'm going and not die. But we're going to go down the road. We're going to go up a dirt road. And that will lead us by a few buildings, probably a bunch of zombies around there. We should be able to take care of them, hopefully. Hopefully. This might be our last playthrough. Now, it should be alright. I got a bat, and the bat's still in pretty good shape. Yeah. Yeah, we're not invincible. Obviously, we were still very much vulnerable in so many different ways. So we have to be careful still. Again, no, it sounds like a dumb one, but you would forget sometimes like how much you have to be careful with, because you never know what and where you're going to die from or how. You know, it's like you start a day with, a positive outlook, think I'm going to do this, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do all this, and then you end up dying or getting infected. Because you made a lapse in judgment, and that's just the way it is. All right, it's 5:30. I think it's pretty late. I'm hungry. Ah, nice fresh lemon. Got a lime on top of that. Tasty. And some cheese to bind it all up. All right, beautiful. All right, off we go. Now, this game's very highly customizable. If the main game looks too hard for you, you can make your own server and customize the zombies pretty much how you want to. There are some limitations, but you can really make it easier on yourself. You can change the zombies, you can change the loot, you can change how you get infected from the virus, if any. You can change duration. My brother do that in our server. We have, when you get a bit with the zombie virus, it's like instantaneous. You die from it, because like a lot of times what would happen is we would get bit and we would get infected, but the process from getting bit and infected to knowing if you actually are infected is a good like 3 days, I think, of it, of playing the game in not real life time, but playing the game here and going through 3 days wondering if you're okay or not. And you get sick, which you get sick, you aren't strong again in real life. You get nauseous. If you get nauseous, you probably are infected. You have another icon appear. It's like a broken bone, and you hover over it. It says something doesn't feel right. So you know you're probably infected at that point. But like the whole process is so slow and so drawn out. Sometimes it's not fun because you're left wondering, am I infected? Am I not? And I know I tend to get bit a lot, and every 10 times where like we would waste hours trying to figure out what the hell to do. And it kind of ruined a lot of the fun. So if he changed it to now when you get bit, it's like 3 seconds, you'll know. So basically you get bit, and it's like, if you are on the ground, then you're fine. According to the debug mode, which I have played around with, is still pretty cool. There's 2 kinds of infected. There's a fake infected, and there's actual infected. So the fake infected is you get sick, you start losing health, but you don't die from, you don't become a zombie. And the real infected is you lose health and you turn into a zombie at the end of it all. Just occasionally checking behind me. You never know what zombies are come lurking up out of nowhere, and they love to do that. Like I said, I played this game enough to understand the very basics of not dying, or hopefully not dying. And even with all that, there's still no guarantee that you're gonna live. And sometimes too, it's like play styles and like what you think is a good way to survive. Is it what someone else may think? If you're playing with a friend, sometimes it actually becomes worse because, well, not worse, but it becomes harder because you have two different play styles. Me and my brother, I kind of had that. We both have different ways of looking at a problem, and they're both valid reasons, and I can see both sides, and it's like, you know, for me, I like to approach a problem very slowly and take it on one at a time. My brother wants to go into the problem and deal with it right then and there, which both ways are fine, but it's like, you know, there is no wrong or right way to attack a problem. It's all according to what your comfort level is. Like I said, for me, I rather take it slow and easy. I rather work my way into town, even if I had a car, and approach a problem one at a time instead of jumping in head first and probably dying. But at the same time, by jumping in head first and running into a problem, you're more likely to solve said problem and be fine from it. Stump. Kneel before me. Alright, nothing good, nothing good. Remember yesterday I was playing with my brother. There's an event that'll happen in a few days. A helicopter will come over the city and look for survivors. If you're out, the helicopter will probably follow you until you lose it. So my brother was back at the house, you know, actually doing work, and I was out wandering around like I like to do. And we use Discord to talk. All of a sudden, he's just like, I hear the helicopter. And I'm like, crap. And I'm out following this path in the middle of the freaking woods. I don't have a clue where I am. Luckily, it ended up, you know, working out pretty good, and I didn't die. But you know, it's like the helicopter, because it's loud, can bring in zombies and can really kind of ruin things very fast. I more or less know where I'm going, by the way. So I'm hoping to find a can opener. There's a couple houses down here. Nope, too many. There's one down. Okay, you want to check behind you. This is, zombies do like to sneak up behind you. And you'll notice the little icon upper corner corner of the screen, that's panic. So when there's too many zombies, you become panicked. The more panicked you become more accident prone. You get more rattled, like you would in real life. So like I said, when you're fighting too many zombies, you get more and more rattled, and you'll start making mistakes, and you might just make a mistake, and that could be it. Back down there. Best move, stomping your heads, but the problem with that is they can also wear your shoes down a little bit faster. There's zombie in the woods out there. Of course, he saw me. Because this game is isometric, it's everything's at a quarter angle like this. The worst angle to fight from, I've found out, is fighting at a upward angle. But it's hard to perceive where a zombie is. A hammer. Tire pump and a wrench. Let's see what the barn has, if anything. Whole lot of nothing so far. Some seeds. Yeah, you can farm this game. It's not hard to do. You just gotta, like anything, you gotta know what you're doing and how to do it right. The biggest problem you have to worry about is a horde of zombies. A couple individuals you can easily maneuver around isn't a problem. It's when there's like 20 or 30 of them. That's when things are a problem. Also, when they're kind of staggered like that, you be careful with that because you can hit two at a time, which is neat. But you gotta be careful with it, because if you mess up, you might miss one and the other one pounces on you. I got a house right here. So I do a quick look around. I know I said before, houses do have alarms, so you gotta be careful when we're going into a house. Can opener? Can opener? Scenario. Marinara sauce. More canned food. Ah, can opener, sweet. That's what I was looking for. Dog food now. Dog food's bad. Dog food makes you very depressed for some reason. I know it's dog food, but my brother always joke about that. But it's like, it's meat. It's a little goopy, but it's still meat. Alright, so look through this house real quick. See if I can find anything of real value. Some bourbon. One bourbon, one shot, one beer. One scotch, one beer. Yeah, we found a can opener, which is really good. I believe there is a upstairs to this house. Ah, crowbar, sweet. I'm ran to tipping point of carrying way too much. So this house is 2 stories. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's go back home when we're still alive and get the heck out of here. No thanks. I probably should, unfortunately. Where'd he go? There he is. The only reason I want to kill him is because I'm freaking murderless with zombies is because what can happen is a zombie can follow you back. These zombies are smarter than the normal zombies, the normal like dumb zombies. So if a zombie sees you and you don't run fast enough or you don't lose him, he'll go back to your house and he'll be knocking on your door in the middle of the night. I've had it happen where I'll run past one zombie and a little bit later, like an hour later, we'll hear knocking on the window and there's that zombie. He followed me back because he saw me and he's like, hey. Yeah, we got a hat, which is nice too. Hats are good for rain. They don't keep you 100% dry, but everything has a thing to it. It's like this has a condition, insulation, resistance, bloody and wet. So the higher it has, like this is the firepower pants are good for like are resistant against a lot of things. So you want something that's, depending on the season, depending on the weather, you want something that's going to work for you. Obviously wearing warm clothes in the middle of summer will cause you to sweat. So there's a lot of little variables, and I don't really like games that make you worry about hunger and thirst, but this game really did balance it out well, in my opinion. It's not obnoxious. It's like living real life, in my opinion. There's a lot of little things you can do to just things make sense, I guess I'm trying to say. There's a lot of like games where like you're trying to survive and you get hungry like immediately, you get thirsty immediately, and it's like you drink like a whole bowl of water and like 5 minutes later you're like, I'm thirsty again. It's like, well, that's not real. I mean, a real person can go for days without eating and drinking. You can go for like 3 days without drinking water before you get dehydration and die from it. And you can go for like 5 days without eating food. Now, obviously, depending on what you're doing, running around, it's hot out, you're going to obviously lose more water and get hungrier faster, and obviously, you know, break down your condition a little bit faster. But the human body is capable of a lot more than what people know. So it's like, it's not like just those kind of survival games because they're annoying. So this game I felt did it right. I like the way you get thirsty, because it like you get hungry, it gradually comes on. Like you drink of water and you'll be fine for hours. For at least a whole day, you'll only have a drink of water. You can carry bottles of water on you, which you can fill into tap water for right now. And food, you can pretty much eat almost anything. So this game's a good balance. I really do like it. I think it's made very well, and they didn't just slap some zombies into this world and then put some basic crap in here like, hey, here's a game. My brother said they've worked on this game has been in development for a long time, and it's come a long way from it used to be. This version we see now that we probably are taking for granted has come a long way from it used to be. And you probably think this looks basic. Like this is, years of development. And there's still things that aren't quite right. But this game is very different and very unique, and that's why it's a good game. It's not like any other survival games I've seen before. Like I said, everything balances out correctly in my eyes. Maybe I'm wrong, Maybe this game doesn't balance things out right, and I'm just imagining things. But I think this game really did a lot of things right, personally. Yeah, I'm tired. So I'm talking more than usual. My brain does. When I get too tired, it starts to like try and keep itself awake. So it starts to talk more. And it's a funny thing. Actually, it is funny how like what certain people do to keep themselves awake. And it's like everybody's body is different. So obviously, whenever gets tired, we all yawn. And it's just a sign that we're exhausted. We just need sleep. It could be 10 minutes. Could be 8 hours. Could be anything. But for me, when I get too tired, I tend to talk more. For some reason, like I said, I think it's my brain trying to keep the energy going. So it tries to stay in a fairly cognitive state to try and be like, just 10 more minutes. Come on, you can do this. But I mean, I'm sure some people, like, when they get tired, they get very quiet. Some people probably need to like go for a walk or want to do puzzles. Like everybody's different, and that's why I really got me thinking about that. It's like for me, I talk more than usual, and I already talk a lot. That's why I record. But what do other people do when they're tired? How do their bodies react to being tired? I don't know why. This is an interesting idea to me. But anyways, we are about back to the house. I'll go back here and save it. We'll put everything away next time. But we found a can opener, which is really good. Finding a can opener will definitely be a major assistance to keeping us alive. Next thing to do will be to find hopefully a cooking pot and more things to put water in. Because for the water goes out, I would like to start boiling water. Now, luckily, I pointed this out to my brother. He didn't even think about this, but the house I'm in has a fireplace. Because once the power goes out, you can't use an electric oven. Because it has the ignition source in it. It has the little thing that goes tick, 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 tick. to try and either catch the pilot light, or if it's an electric stove, you can't, it won't work, obviously. So having the fireplace in the house makes it nice, because if you're living in a base that doesn't have either, you would need to find an oven, like an old wooden oven. But this right here, we can cook with this. Also get heat from it. But anyways, sorry, I'm gonna get out of here. I would thank you all for watching, as always. I know I said before, but if you guys have any games you want me to play, I'm always willing to accept new games. Whether I'll like it or not, that's the problem. But I'm always willing to look into new games. Actually, I was watching a video earlier, and I heard the YouTuber mention a couple games. He's like, "Oh, it reminds me of this," and I'm like, "Oh, I never heard of that." And so I'm always looking to try new games, as long as they don't cost too much. And yeah. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm gonna get out of here. I want to thank you for watching. As always, I do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.